So my PhD was in psychology and then in psychology of risk perception. And what you learn from psychology is that humans are actually terrible at probabilities. We're really bad at understanding risks. Even professionals, even people who've spent their entire lives looking at it are really just plain awful. And it's because our brains learn from experience, and we don't learn very well from description. And poker actually gives you a correct sampling of risk probabilities because you're getting immediate feedback and you actually have to be taking it into account as you're making your decisions if you want to be a good player. Now, that said, I think that the human element is huge. If you're always playing your cards, you're going to be a losing player. And it is a skill game. I think in the short term, variance definitely plays a huge part. I can sit across from someone who's never played before and they can beat me. And I think that's true of almost any interaction where there's uncertainty. In a stochastic environment, you never really know what's going to happen, even if you make decisions in the best possible way. Over the long term, I think that you do gain an edge because it is a skill game. So over the long term, you are either a winning player or a losing player. And my personal edge actually is psychology. It is understanding how do different people perceive risk? Because I'm going to play very differently against someone who's risk-seeking than against someone who's risk-averse, than against someone who's been risk-averse but all of a sudden has lost a lot of money and suddenly is risk-seeking because now they want to chase their losses. They want to just get it all back. They think just one more hand and now I'm going to gamble it up. And all of a sudden they're not thinking rationally. And if you actually think about investing, if you think about financial decision making, there's so many parallels there because people react to gains and to losses very, very differently. That's psychology. There's not kind of one way that everyone reacts to the same situation. And I think the key is to figure out how does this person see it? How are they reacting to it? And then you react to that. You have to be the one who's willing to adjust. You have to be the one who's smarter and who says, okay, you've lost and that's actually making you even more risk averse. You're taking all the money out because you think, uh-oh, I'm done. I can't afford to lose anymore. Or have you lost and now you're saying, no, now I need to really make sure that I win. Whatever it is, it's no longer rational. Poker, I think, is one of the best environments for highlighting how often emotion gets in the way of logical decision making and how often we don't look at risk objectively. We don't actually sit there calculating probabilities and instead we react.